Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Daily Spiritual Practice for Wednesday. I'm Reverend Rebecca Kay. Well, I didn't think I'd be with you this morning, but our conference is starting at 10 a.m. So I am lucky enough to get to do a daily spiritual practice with you before I head to 12 hours of business meetings. So on Wednesday, we always have points to ponder. And this morning's points to ponder is from The Woman's Book of Joy by Eileen Campbell. And I'd like to start this morning with the quote from our beloved founder, Ernest Holmes. Change your thinking, change your life. I know that if you have been in Science of Mind anytime, that is a statement you have heard many times. And our reading this morning is along those same lines. And Eileen writes, life is difficult, but not as difficult as we think it is. So we should drop our emotional baggage. As the Chinese proverb says, you cannot prevent the birds of sorrow flying over your head, but you can prevent them from building nests in your hair. We actually make our lives harder by holding on to long-held beliefs and self-imposed limitations that are not appropriate. As children, we wanted love and approval from our parents. And as we grew up, from our teachers and our peers. We learned how to get our needs met by adopting certain patterns of behavior. And these became habits. Gradually, we created a self-image. And in order to make sense of our lives, we told ourselves stories about who we were. And we continue to do this, modifying and adjusting that self-image that is our identity. By becoming more aware of these stories that we tell ourselves and the roles we play that automatically cause us unhappiness, we can begin to let them go. We need to take an honest look at our past in order to understand, to leave those hurts behind, those fears and those disappointments of our early years. Whatever happened is in the past. And we need to accept that the wounds were inflicted. But there's no need to keep revisiting them and suffering. We always have a choice about what our thoughts dwell on. And I'd like to share a little reading from Rumi, the Persian mystic and poet of the 13th century. Rumi wrote, "Stop walking in your own shadow, wallowing in your foolish thoughts. Raise your head and look at the sun. Walk among the flowers. Become a human being." And Eileen closes this reading with, we can let go of the circumstances. You know, those ones that life closes down on us, or we can let them open up, look at them, and then let them go. We can let go of our negative thoughts and become more aware of our patterns that seem to keep running through our lives. We can change what we believe is who we are. Once we see ourselves more clearly, we can begin to accept and love ourselves. We can also reshape our stories to give us what we most want out of our lives for the future. So this morning, as we go into our meditation, what I'd like you to ponder is, what stories are you ready to let go of? Our affirmation for today is, I release beliefs that no longer are appropriate. I let go of the past. I accept and love myself. So I invite you to just close your eyes. Take that deep breath in. Let it out with a sigh. Sink into whatever's beneath you. Let it take your weight. Let it support you. Just be right here, right now with me. And on your next deep breath in, just let go of all that stuff. That stuff that is no longer serving you. All those stories and all those beliefs, let them go. Just let them dissolve into the nothingness from where they came. Step with me into this space of high consciousness. This place where we prepare our minds for the best that life has to offer. Feel yourself surrounded in love. Feel your heart open as you are deeply connected to the divine. And hear these affirmations. I release beliefs that are no longer appropriate. I let go of the past and I love and accept myself. Are you letting the circumstances of life close you down or open you up? Are you letting the circumstances of life close you down or open you up? Are you letting the circumstances of life close you down or open you up to accept and love yourself? Are you letting the circumstances of life close you down or open you up to accept and love yourself? So, as our journey comes to a close, I ask you, are you letting the circumstances of life close you down or open you up to accept and love yourself? What stories in your life do you want to reshape? What stories do you want to reshape to bring you a brighter, better life and future? I thank you so much for starting your day with me on a daily spiritual practice. I thank you for being a light in the world. I remind you, all is well, and so are you. I'm so grateful for our time together, and I look forward to seeing you on Friday for our word for the week. I hope this week you'll ponder, are you letting life and the circumstances close you down or open you up to love and acceptance? Have a great day. Thanks for being with you. Much love and many blessings. I'm Reverend Rebecca Kay.